he expected of all he met, both national and as well as the person on the street, for his people to be respected the same as all people. And I think that's true to him. He absolutely didn't play, as some people would call it, a race card. He lived what he preached. He felt like everyone was equal and everybody deserved respect from wherever they came. In 2013, he received the Key to the City for his work on long-standing community service for Parks and Recreation. And he tried to attend as many meetings as he could, even from the hospital. Quite often I remember him would ask one of us to go check on the meeting or call in and let him know why he wasn't there. So
I think his purpose in being on that committee was so strongly motivated by, he saw that he had been able to get ahead through sports, and he saw what a great leveler it was. And he really wanted that for all of the children in this city. He saw that as a great opportunity. And now we see the legacy of the great parks in this city and all of the athletics that are available to kids, and our reputation as a great athletic city. And I think you see his equality shine through that. He was a person that very much emphasized education, and he looked at athletics as something to level the playing field, both intellectually and in a brotherhood sense. He always tried to encourage us to learn as much as we could and to always look at somebody as a brother. Very early on became a Grey Y coach at Evanport. It's hard to find a kid that he didn't coach in the city somewhere, including me and my sister. He really saw, he never turned away a child. He said, if you're there and you participate, you're going to play. He absolutely would not turn anyone away because of color, creed, anything else.
But I've always known him as the football star. And he had a nickname called the Vanishing American because he ran so fast. I look at him as, oh, Indians never die, they just fade away. He just kind of faded in the background, but yet his legacy still goes on. He left a good legacy with his 3 daughters, and they're carrying on the work that he started, and along with a lot of the rest of us.
Striving for future generations was one thing that my father was all about. He didn't do anything that I ever remember him doing just for himself. It was always to leave a legacy for others. He never failed to use the moment to teach anyone and everyone.
I remember my neighbor calling us, for example, and saying, there's a man walking up your driveway with a shotgun. I can remember the newspaper writing an article about how my mother was not Indian, and how being married to a non-Indian was actually not being married at all under South Carolina law. We found that my dad had petitioned the governor in a letter after the newspaper article about miscegenation. He wrote a very sincere, heartfelt letter. We found it in his files. And he said that you can't question love. Love is from the heart. It's not looking at another color. And he spoke to the issue that we needed to get past this, that as long as this state continued to have old ideas, we were going to be an old state. If we were going to be the new people and the new state, we had to move on. Miscegenation laws, where you can't marry someone of another race, had been outlawed by Loving versus Virginia early on. South Carolina and one other state were the last states in the Union to actually overturn that law and say, yes, it's legal to be married to someone else of a different race.
And he stood up for what he believed, and he didn't take any second seat to anybody that thought otherwise. if anyone tried to persuade him differently, he would just tell them right front, say, that's not right. And he would correct them.
Our word in Catawba is Iswa Yantasheya, which means warrior. And to paraphrase Sitting Bull, a warrior is not someone that takes another life. A warrior is someone that looks after the elderly, the sick, and most importantly, of our next 7 generations.
He felt that equality for his people should be the same as for everyone else, and he would settle for second best. He would always tell everyone that he met, you can do anything you want to do, and you can be anyone you want to be. And he loved people, he treated people the same. I can never remember a time that he ever put anyone down.
This is throughout Native America. A young man doesn't receive knowledge until he's about 45 years old. Then he becomes 65, he obtains wisdom. Then he takes that wisdom and imparts it with the young people. And that's what Buck George did. He imparted his wisdom from the knowledge that he'd learned early in life to all the young people that he met. He made sure to pat them on the back and do something for them.